Hey, it's Ryan from Upfit Supply, and in this video we're going to be installing DuraTherm door liners in our RAM ProMaster City. Let's get into it. Alright, like I said, this is the DuraTherm door liners from Legend Fleet that we're putting in our 2016 RAM ProMaster City. Installation is the same for all model years. These door liners cover basically where the glass would be, or the glass delete is. And just the upper part, you retain this black plastic trim. I wish we could have replaced it because it's used to be owned by a painter and there's just paint splattered everywhere in this vehicle, but the liners are really helping a lot as we're putting this together. The door liner kit comes with these side door panels and for the rear doors. Now on our particular ProMaster City, there's glass in the rear doors, so we're not going to be putting liners on those doors. If you have glass on all of your doors, you don't want to get these liners because they're basically just going to be covering the glass. You're going to see this foil from the outside and all of that, so you're probably not going to want the door liners in that case. But first things first, you can see on our door liners here, you can tell these are the side door panels because they have these little tab that comes down off the bottom, and these face rearward, so they're side specific. So this is for the driver's side. First thing that we need to do, you can tell I hold this up right here and it conflicts with this little handle here. And basically these are cut, I believe, for if you do not have a sliding door right here, or if there's no handle or something like that. But what Legend does is they score the back of the liner where you need to cut out a little piece so that it can fit with that door. And you can already tell that it's already cut through the insulation a little bit. So we're just gonna take a razor blade, score through this a little bit more and snap it off. So we'll do that before we put the liner on. Of course, the knife is right on my waist. I'm just using a box cutter here. You can use like an X-Acto knife or any type of sharp blade. You really just need to score it. It's almost like drywall, where you kind of just need to cut through one piece of it and then the other side snaps off. The trick is to kind of get the edge torn away. And of course, it's not being as nice with me while I'm talking about it. There you go. So, pretty clean break there. Ah, snap. I did get a little bit of that off right there, so I'm just gonna clean that up, take it off. Okay, no big deal. It's gonna be covered by the door handle anyways. You don't need this. The next thing is, if you look in the Legend installation instructions, they say to remove this black panel. I'm going to try and not remove it because it seems like they never go back on the right way. So I'm going to try it without first, see if I can get it to fit, and go from there. So just doing a little test fit here. Yeah, I don't think you need to remove that black panel. This is all self-threading screws into the door panel there. One thing to note is you do need to have the door shut, obviously, to install it. When you're installing the rears, you want those shut as well. So to put these on, we're just going to get our self-threading screws and our screw caps. Need a little power drill. And where did I put those screws? Oh, they're right here in front of me. So I'm just going to grab my safety glasses. And just one tip about this, you know, the screw goes through this plastic screw cap, and it's got the screw has a self-threading tip on it, so it drills a little hole and then it threads into the sheet metal. Once once the threading catches on the sheet metal, it does pull in pretty quickly. So if you're, you know, giving too much pressure or, you know, really torquing the power drill, you could end up sucking the screw through this screw cap and through the liner. So just be careful and don't go all gung-ho on it, especially once that hole breaks in the sheet metal. You really want to lay off the trigger a little bit there. So just doing a little test fit here in place. Usually like to get one easy one in first to help me center the liner. All right, It's like getting a helping hand when you get one of those in there. All right, so we have all the screws in place. You can kind of see where I biffed it on that cut right there. So just want to make sure that you score that nicely with the razor blade before you go snapping it off, because you could do what I did right there. So next would just be to put these caps in place. You know, sometimes if you have these screws too tight, it kind of warps the plastic head, and then these tops won't clip in. It just will refuse to snap in place. If you just let the screw out a little bit to release from the pressure on that plastic, it'll snap right in place. All right, we got all of our caps closed off, and I'm not going to do the passenger side door for you here on video because it's literally exactly the same. The liner is just mirrored. We're going to cut this piece off. I'm going to do a little bit nicer in this cut. We'll get that in place. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you real quick how the rear door liners would line up. We're not going to install it on here because we have the glass. I just want to show you that real quick. Okay, I'm in the back of the ProMaster City. I've got the liners here. So this is the rear doors. You can see we have glass. So we don't want to lose that benefit of being able to see what's behind us. But here's how the liners basically work up here. Again, you're going to want to install these with the door shut. And here's the thing. Well, you're trimming on here. Just trying to figure out where this lines up. You might actually remove, I don't know if you don't have glass, if there is no black panel here or not, but this may be the case where you need to remove this black panel, because you can see we attach. You know, this kind of lines up with the contour up here. Same thing on this side. This butts up right up against this rubber gasket, but this one would go right here on the larger door. Same thing, you'd want to line this up, figure out where you're going to mount this into. And again, you could probably go over this black plastic trim or remove it. I'm not sure, it's probably up to you what you want to do there. But that's essentially, you're going to install it the same way with the self-threading screws for the rear windows, or the rear doors as well. But again, the door liners only cover basically where the window or glass would be. So if you have glass all the way around and you want to retain the glass, you don't need the door liners. You can just go with the wall liners and ceiling liners and a floor. So that basically does it for the installation of the DuraTherm door liners in our RAM ProMaster City. Now, if you're looking for these products or any other equipment to upfit your van so that it's work ready, be sure to check us out at upfitsupply.com. Again, my name is Ryan, and have a good one.